grows to become the amorph itself, a truly hostile alien creature indeed, because this very race can grow stronger, through devouring and evolution now. Eventually then, reaching that point where they can swallow an entire huge planet in just one bite. But despite them being so very powerful, this race has the absolute lowest online rate among all the races present, simply because amorphs are extremely fragile initially. When first born, they can only kill a cockroach through simple sneak attacks only. Looking now at those values that are very close to zero just before my eye, I rubbed my own eyes in disbelief, thinking I must surely have seen it all wrong. These starting stats are pathetically low currently. It would actually take forever just to grow into a true overlord eventually, but worrying greatly about it all now just simply won't help at all. Just exactly as I closed the information window itself, I quickly experienced my true very first molt. After molting that time, I felt completely drained now. I needed greatly to replenish my energy very quickly then, so I could only sneakily move into an empty warehouse quickly, because if I crawled out to look for more food outside now, others could easily crush me underfoot, like some dried scorpion indeed. So I then activated the hypersenses unique to us Amor, and quickly I found a container, filled completely with food. But I didn't quite expect it to be password protected though, which really made things quite difficult for me. Then, quite simply, I directly entered just 1, 2, 3, 4. In the very next instant, the warehouse door opened wide. Looks like I'm incredibly lucky to have guessed it quite right here. How many people would actually ever use such a password anyway? Just as I finished eating a piece of chocolate bar, I noticed a cockroach just passing by right behind me then, so I quickly seized the very moment when it wasn't paying attention, and launched my superb lightning 5-hit combo move quickly, precisely subduing the bug at this very moment indeed. I was curious about what a cockroach would taste like precisely in an amorphous mouth, so I swallowed it whole in one bite fast, crispy and crunchy, with a certain chicken-like flavor too. At almost the same time, an information window suddenly appeared now. Congratulations, you are now on triggering the predator effect, successfully extracting cockroach wings now. Do you indeed choose to apply them? I truly didn't expect to obtain genetic fragments so quickly here. You surely have to know the trigger. Probability for this is very low here, because genetic fragments are the very core of a morph truly. They can only become stronger through constant devouring now. So, I immediately pressed the confirm button then 2 bulges instantly protruded directly from my back indeed, and a brand new pair of wings instantly grew out now. Looking at this pair of gray wings here, I was quite satisfied truly after all now. This was an invaluable life-saving measure truly, but how exactly to take flight puzzled me now. So, I imagined them as a very part of my body here, using my own brain to control the wing muscles indeed. The very next second I was airborne now, but flying for just a short while made me break out in a cold sweat then. The energy consumption of flight was much greater than I'd imagined now. After replenishing myself with just a few bites then, I set my sights firmly on the cockroaches instead, because they tasted much better really than that waxy chocolate. So the cockroaches entered their true hunting hour before I even knew it. I had already eaten around 20 of them, but this time sadly I didn't obtain any cockroach genetic fragments at all. The exoskeleton definitely can only be improved through real leveling up. The main reason I ate so many cockroaches like this was precisely to obtain their incredibly tenacious vitality after all. While there's still truly no one patrolling around here, I absolutely need to eat a few more quickly now. So in the following brief time here, I completely transformed quickly into the natural deadly enemy of cockroaches. With my new flight ability, I quickly located all the cockroaches' position, scaring the remaining cockroaches really so much indeed. They would now run quickly at the mere sight of me, but trying to just slip away now under the very nose of me. The ultimate true morph isn't that really easy at all. This time really I was careless though and didn't properly dodge the obstacle, making my poor bald head truly become prominently horned here. Don't ever think hiding inside fully makes you safe now. I directly launched my tail stinger right toward that cockroach. Let's just see where you can run this time now. Just as I swallowed that cockroach full, the information window appeared once again before me. Predator effect has been triggered now. Successfully obtained a cockroach's tenacious vitality fragment indeed. Do you choose to apply it? So I chose without any hesitation. Then my muscles and bones grew rapidly outward here, looking much stronger than before for sure. At that same time, I then heard human voices clearly from outside the warehouse. As an amorph, humans and I have quite an adversarial relationship. I truly need to become powerful before humans discover me now. So, I can't limit myself to just this warehouse only. Then I crawled through the ventilation shaft into the main pipeline, through which I could reach the adjacent experimental cabin itself. There are fewer people there relatively, and if discovered then, it would be easier to escape by destroying all the equipment inside. Just exactly as I climbed into the ventilation duct here, the exhaust fan inside suddenly started up there. Damn it all, this makes things even difficult. So, I could only carefully remove the exhaust fan's outer shell itself. If I damaged this vital ventilation system, the AI surely would report it all to the humans there, and attracting those those humans would be quite troublesome now. Now it's really time to rely on my shape-shifting powerful iron oxide and also tin metal dust mixed within the air. Can make the fan blades slow just slightly at some specific point. After my brain fully processed all of this vital data, it told me plainly, jump now. So I concentrated all my vast strength into my wings right now, and rushed swiftly toward the exhaust fan there with full forceful speed. With just a small ding sound, I successfully passed through this obstacle ahead. This was truly risking my precious life here. If I had been suddenly hit by the sharp fan blade, I probably would have been actually missing limbs forever then. I sincerely hope I won't encounter such things ever again. As I continued crawling slowly, I heard distinct human voices there in the dust. From their ongoing conversation, I learned some info about crucial experiment. Originally, I thought this spaceship was merely ordinary indeed, but it clearly seems to belong to a megacorporation now. Megacorporations are so prosperous indeed. Human factions are all around this solar system, where whole countries are ruled not by governments solely, but instead by these very large corporations. Most of them are considered extreme materialists here. Most human races right in the game are neutral though, but megacorporations lean so much more toward the evil alliance now. They even capture others for vile experiments here. Looks like I truly need to be even more careful now. Then I secretly surveyed this here laboratory now, because what's truly inside might determine my future evolutionary path ever. If this is research on a combat variant super soldier now, then I surely can gain a strong body and combat abilities too. If it's the evil space elf race right, I can then gain powerful psychic abilities surely. Between these two great abilities, I personally prefer psychic abilities far more, but truly these are just my own speculations now. At the very same time, I heard a faint cry for some help, which puzzled me greatly. After searching all around now, I finally discovered its specific location. It was just an amoeba. This struck me as quite strange, because amoebas are one of the most truly useless mutant beasts. Their one and only real ability is storing oxygen. Yeah, then I quickly activated my keen hypersenses, and discovered it was currently being terribly electrocuted now. Could this be that very experiment those two humans were talking about before? So I promptly pressed the release button then. The poor amoeba thanked me kindly for my much needed help. Just then, I suddenly heard distinct human footsteps, so I immediately found myself a very secure place to hide myself. As the cabin door slowly creaked open now, a woman holding a sleek black cat walked right in there. She truly seemed quite dissatisfied with the man's experimental results overall. When the man finally heard about revoking his senior researcher status, well, he instantly broke out in a terrible cold sweat. If you can just uncover talent from test subject number 26 there, then promotion to chief researcher would certainly be quite secure. So, the woman decided to have him use Salome directly on the test subject then. It's an awakening drug, quite manufactured by the Star Union. Hearing this now, the man was somewhat resistant indeed, but for the sake of his senior researcher position there, he still then chose to compromise in the end. Then he injected 0.07 milligrams of Salome into the amoeba direct, but the woman clearly felt this was far from enough though, so she directly maxed out the dosage right now. As the potent drug was continuously injected further, the poor amoeba let out truly painful wails then. Seeing all this, the woman showed a satisfied smile now. Watching all of this intently from a distance, I was really startled after the drug injection was complete. The amoeba changed from pink to gray, and its aura became very weak now. The woman had the man stay to record the data and then turned to leave. Suddenly then, she looked up toward the experimental apparatus there, but in fact, there was truly nothing there now. Was she perhaps being overly cautious now? This really startled me. This woman isn't as simple as I thought before. The scene shifted sharply, and I arrived at a place filled with pipe. Then I spat a mouthful of void venom toward the pipe connections there. As the pipes spread my toxin throughout this entire warship now, this very ship now feels like an extension of my own body. I can truly sense everyone's every single move, even their quiet whispered conversations. You see, on the fourth full day of becoming a morph creature, my nest was fully completed, and in the following days then, I shuttled quickly between it and the cargo hold area, eating well while catching cockroaches and spiders there, all while gathering some important intelligence too. I also learned some more information about that woman, Kisaragi, the leading research team leader of this ship here. Although her physical body is rather frail, she's the single most important person here, and a threat too. 2 days prior, there was a major accident here. A test subject escaped. She made a tracking device in just 2 hours, and she successfully recaptured the escaped test subject then. If that escaped guy had actually used the ventilation duct, then I would be in grave danger now too. The very next instant, she looked towards the ventilation opening, because she once again felt like she was truly being watched now. But still, she saw absolutely nothing. Little did she truly know, I was already trembling with great fear. For just a human, her perception is far too acute indeed. Could she possibly have real psychic ability? It refers to those well-known superpowers just like telepathy itself, mind control and so forth, etc. Humans do occasionally gain such very abilities too, but regardless now of whether she has such ability, there are always heavily soldiers guarding her so closely. In a state of constant alert, how can I even deal with her then? At exactly the same time, my level increased once again. This time around, I gained a paralytic venom quite useful, which for a weak creature like me, is a truly decent life-saving measure indeed, because just one little drop can easily subdue a grown adult for 5 full minutes. But to effectively use the venom, I need a one-on-one situation. She usually has soldiers following her 24 long hours a day, making it nearly impossible for me to act now. Let me actually go out and relax for now then. So I grabbed 2 pieces of delicious chocolate and headed outside then. Then I secretly came to the main laboratory. After several long days of its recovery, the amoeba's overall condition was much better now. Then I climbed carefully onto the control panel and opened up a window to crumble some food into it. Then the food flowed through all the pipes, gradually absorbed by it. The amoeba seemed very happy indeed to receive the food. Logically speaking, amoebas just don't have any special ability, but this one is truly unique. I wonder now if its race has changed. At the very same time, I clearly remembered that Kisaragi often holds a black cat in her arm. She's very particularly fond of this cat named Caesar now. If her precious cat disappeared, would she expose her weakness maybe? Soon, I followed carefully the ventilation duct where it was located. I have to say right now, this cat's overall treatment is very good. It even truly has its own private room too. The ventilation duct entrance looks now like there's absolutely nothing outside. But my amazing super senses show it has dense laser sensors now. Even now the slightest touch would immediately trigger that AI alarm. Damn it all, after I angrily knocked hard on the floor here. The black cat surely heard the collision sound there, so it directly and swiftly pounced toward the duct there. But fortunately, there was still an iron grate firmly blocking it now. Within just a few short breaths of it touching that very iron grate, guards also rushed over quickly but saw nothing particularly suspicious. When they saw that it was simply the black cat, both guards were speechless, truly as if they were already used to it all. At this intense moment, I was suddenly startled now. If those 2 guards had discovered me there, I'd be absolutely finished indeed. I almost got betrayed by my own tail. Coming back to my senses quick, I suddenly thought of something quite clever now. From those people's casual reaction, it seems they simply can't do anything about this cat now, even letting it just run totally wild. If that's indeed the case, I have a new way to deal with this issue. The scene quickly shifted to the next day now. I made a slight distracting noise at the ventilation opening there, and then swiftly turned to leave the scene. When the curious black cat went to investigate further now, it saw a cockroach directly inside. Upon seeing this indeed, its eyes lit up so brightly, and it directly knocked open the iron grate now. The watching soldiers didn't even stop it when they saw this unfold. They could merely just wait for it to eagerly run back then, before quickly reinstalling the ventilation opening properly. Now I simply wait for the black cat to fall right into the trap I've carefully set. I carefully placed a cockroach at regular intervals in the entire pipeline here. As long as it follows this very specific path here, I can confidently make my move and finally keep it contained right here. When finally the black cat crawled right out from the ventilation open, I directly launched a swift surprise attack on it forthwith. Under the sudden paralysis of the potent toxin, the poor black cat quickly, sadly lost consciousness there. The unfolding scene shifted then to the other side now. Kisaragi angrily came now to the captain's office immediately. The very moment the captain saw her indeed, he immediately keenly sensed real trouble brewing now. Just when exactly will I see Caesar again? Tell me now. I haven't even seen it for a long 2 hours now. My Caesar strictly follows consistent mealtimes precisely. Something must have just happened here. Facing Kisaragi's intense pressure now, the captain remained surprisingly calm then. Unless that cat somehow hijacked a rescue ship to escape. Otherwise, it must still be somewhere on this very ship. Making such a fuss over a damn cat, questioned by a team leader indeed, despite him being the captain still. This whole situation made him quite angry now, but he felt helpless because she came from the nobility, representing the capital, and precisely at this moment, Kisaragi seemed to have completely gone mad now, demanding the captain immediately dispose of those soldiers from earlier now. This whole ordeal scared him into a cold sweat actually. The captain has every right to make swift summary judgment, so exercise that very right now. Then, her strange behavior also stunned the nearby researcher clearly. The soldiers felt even more angry surely, so the captain could really only agree to hold a formal trial. After finally finding that missing cat indeed, Kisaragi gradually calmed herself down after hearing that, but she only gave the poor captain 2 short hours. If you still can't quite find it after 2 hours pass, then you can simply forget about even being captain anymore. After she fully left, the frustrated captain could only curse aloud. Where did that damn stinking cat suddenly run off to this time? And I just smiled faintly, of course natural. It's in my belly now. Just soon after I ate that black cat full, I gained quite a special new skill, Wild Instinct Total. This is a constitution that I've never quite seen ever before. The Wild. The instinct trait can now merge with the existing supersensory trait. It merged with supersensory and evolved fully into predator instinct. This sharp instinct can sense any impending threat inputs through current input. I also keenly tried to activate this instinct now but failed sadly. This might just be an automatically activated passive trait truly, because no real threats presently exist, it simply hasn't been activated. I'll definitely have to study this slowly at a later time soon. Now, let me quickly see exactly what she's doing now too. Soon enough, I arrived directly at the room where she currently was. Everything was precisely as I fully expected it would be too. This type of person only truly shows humanity towards things they cherish so much. Then my second careful plan was also successfully completed now, stirring up the delicate relationship between her and the guards deeply, because the guards had quite a bad relationship with this certain cat. From the start now, the essence might be closer to anger toward class itself. Kisaragi truly comes from the highest echelons of the megacorporation now, representing the influential noble capital for sure. Now that they have a notable rift, definitely, the soldiers definitely won't protect her like before now. All credit for all this goes to that kitty, clearly. At the exact same time, Kisaragi angrily came straight to the laboratory, venting her raw emotions on the test subject still inside. Just as she was then about to finally leave, she noticed test subject number 26 at last. She showed a truly creepy smile too, continuously pressing that power button down. Only after seeing it barely alive did she leave satisfied indeed. This was actually something I didn't really expect. My amoeba friend bore it all strongly. But don't you worry, soon I'll be surely able to help you get revenge. After 2 hours passed, Kisaragi found the captain once again now. This time around, she was very, very angry now, immediately wanting to remove him from his captain position now. Are you defying the will of noble capital here? I am indeed the captain of this very ship. Watch your words closely now. Even noble capital cannot tolerate overstepping authority here. I certainly have the right to detain you. Hearing this, Kisaragi smiled quite contemptuously now. The situation is truly getting more interesting indeed. It seems there was already conflict between them prior to my watch. At this very moment, Kisaragi could only leave angrily now, just as she passed the restroom here. She happened to want to go in and wash her face quick, and the two soldiers also wanted to take advantage of this gap then, to use the restroom too. So I hurried to crawl toward the restroom's ventilation opening now. This was a quite rare opportunity indeed for me. Usually one person must stay on guard while going to the restroom. Precisely because of the rift this time, both guards went together now. Plus indeed, there were no security devices in the restroom itself to interfere directly with all my action. These really were clearly the best conditions for my ambush. When Kisaragi lowered her head merely to wash her face, I had already silently arrived right behind her. Before she fully noticed, I slipped to the ceiling high above now. Suddenly, she sensed that truly something was very wrong now. So, very quickly she immediately turned right around to look, but all was too late. While crying out in sheer alarm indeed, Kisaragi dodged quickly sideways to just avoid my lethal poison sting. Damn it all, she dodged it now. Then I boldly struck once again before she could properly land. Just as the toxin was fully injected then, Kisaragi immediately foamed right at the mouth and lost the strength to move. At this very moment, I felt curious exactly about what she felt. Fear indeed at seeing this alien creature, or burning anger perhaps at her current dire situation, or maybe fear now of sure death. But it's all totally over indeed. At the same exact time, a dialogue box then popped right up. Evolutionary conditions have indeed been fully met. Do I truly choose to evolve now? Did I even need to ask myself? Of course, surely I'll evolve. Just as I was about to select confirm that, a vivid vision of me being shot flashed suddenly through my very mind. This startlingly scared me right into shivering now. Was this very vision perhaps the predator instinct itself? Damn it all, I absolutely need to leave from here immediately now. Just then, suddenly, I clearly heard footsteps from right outside. So swiftly I climbed directly onto the wall now, just to hide. When that soldier saw Kisaragi standing there, I jumped swiftly, directly onto his unsuspecting back then, swinging my sharp poison stinger toward his weakest point at once. After this bold doing, I flew directly up toward the ventilation opening, and swiftly installed the iron grate immediately there. I truly must leave now, because his companion will soon discover this place. Quite soon after, I returned directly to my safe nest now. Now surely I should be able to evolve fully without anyone disturbing me now. Then promptly I directly pressed the confirm button quickly. What immediately followed was countless tiny droplets of sweat really, just within the mere blink of an eye. They then became the size of actual water drops now. In virtually no time, turning bright red, a viscous liquid soon completely enveloped me. So, my god, this evolution method is quite special truly. If ever I had memories from the fetal period, would it truly feel something like all this now? This liquid is transforming me into a real, true amor. Although I really do want to open my very eyes and clearly see, I simply can't move just at the moment now. I can only indeed wait for the evolution to fully end. The whole scene shifted onwards to the next day then. As the shell arrived indeed, a black, purple amorphous quite crawled out from inside too. I finally and fully passed through the hatching period, and truly took this crucial first step ahead now. At the same exact time, the captain gathered all of the they discovered Kisaragi dead right in the restroom. If they can't clearly find the true cause, presumably none of those present will have a good final outcome. Just then, the vice captain thought of a solution indeed. We're quite near planet C08 now, and this is definitely space pirate territory. If we somehow frame the space pirates for all this, the higher-ups will certainly have nothing more to say then. Space pirates are truly scoundrels who roam space, attacking and plundering all. Also, they are one of the megacorporation's mortal enemies for sure. Precisely and specifically because of this their speculations varied quite wildly indeed. The most terrifying theory was that space monsters had entered the warship because so many people had mysteriously gone missing entirely. Hearing clearly the two people's hushed conversation, the man standing nearby also chimed right in that he'd also distinctly heard about the supply team leader's grim disappearance. But notably the blonde man didn't truly believe this to be true. However, the other two still deeply believed these frightening views. This made the blonde man become very angry now. So, abruptly, he turned and left the scene. The shift to midnight occurs then. The two dedicated men are still diligently repairing the fighter jet. Just then, suddenly, the blonde man states he's going to get some cool drinks and turns to leave now. Immediately right after that, the black-haired man distinctly hears the supply team leader's strained voice. Since he's quite alone, he has to pause his work to go check it out. But when he cautiously comes outside, he sees absolutely nothing out there. Just then, hauntingly, the voice comes again from the maintenance bay. When he intently approaches to look inside now, it's pitch black inside, which truly confuses him indeed. But he still turns on his flashlight and then walks right in. Suddenly, a pungent smell strongly hits his very nose. It seems quite like the smell of rotting metal now, but the haunting voice keeps luring him further forward. Suddenly, he trips hard over a screw and quickly falls. Looking at the dark, intense environment right before him, he remembers the old news about the supply team leader's disappearance. Could it really truly be a monstrous space alien? Unbeknownst to him, the alien creature has already appeared behind him. Before he can even react, the alien creature grabs his head tight. I smell the distinct scent of raw fear. With a final scream from the maintenance bay area, the entire landing bay then falls eerily silent indeed. When the blonde man soon returns with some drink, the black-haired man is completely nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, the black-haired man's voice echoes from nearby now. Looking hard at the pitch-black maintenance bay confuses him still, but the tempting voice inside tells him to hurry on in and move things. He doesn't think much, and goes straight inside now. However, when he does go inside now, he sees absolutely no one, only a dropped flashlight on the hard ground. Just as soon as he crouches down to simply pick it up, he suddenly feels a thick and sticky liquid right behind him. The very next instant, countless red droplets then fall. When he looks right up, a ferocious alien is watching him from above the ceiling. With a scream, the man's short life ends rather abruptly. I truly have to say, this mimicry skill is very, very useful here. All this is thanks to the creatures smuggled here by the supply team lead, including larvae, especially those called red worm. Red worms are giant desert worms that only truly live on desert planets, and indeed, have the amazing ability to mimic other creatures' voices. Because of this, they can hunt and survive even in harsh environments too. Using this red worm larvae and obtaining all their gene fragments is very much like finding true treasure for me now. But the main downside is it's truly a downgraded version compared to the original. I am only able to mimic the specific voice of the very last creature I devoured whole. His given name was Cameron Dunton. Tomorrow very night, I'll mimic him. Then I'll open the ventilation duct again soon, because I truly want to go see that amoeba there. Calling it simply an amoeba feels really strange to me. From this moment on, I'll now call it number 26 indeed. Soon enough, I reach right above the laboratory here, and now I can actually understand what it's saying too. I honestly didn't know the psychic organ could be used this way now, allowing me to communicate with creatures via brainwaves now. Then I quickly respond directly to its very words here. Number 26 says now it's very hungry and needs some food soon. Compared to before, its vocabulary has increased a fair bit. Then I must directly apologize at once too. I simply can't bring it food right now, you see, because the entire laboratory has many guards watching close. If I go down, I might just be discovered by them all now. Even this ventilation area above is rather dangerous too. All I truly can do is talk to you like this only. Hearing my brief explanation, number 26 also shows understanding now. Then it gently tells me to be very careful now, and I turn swiftly to leave this very place right now. I can only fervently pray it holds on now. If I can but evolve to the pupa stage, maybe then I can truly save it all. But the problem lies in pupa's evolution conditions, quite harsh indeed. I desperately need to devour 2 intelligent species now, and each distinct species requires 10 individuals total. This very ship only holds human beings, so pupa evolution is entirely impossible now, although there happen to be pirates. I don't know all that much about them either. Just then, Suddenly I hear the vice captain's tense voice. He seems to be communicating with some truly mysterious person now. Suddenly, he even seems to sense a mere hint of surveillance. But it's as if there's really nothing there, making him quite suspicious now. After intently listening to his secretive conversation, I'm truly surprised. I didn't at all expect him to be such a cunning fox. He desperately wants to overthrow the captain completely. So he encouraged the captain to fully cooperate with the pirates currently. But from the intense phone call, it seems he certainly has other plans now. I urgently need to wait and then see if all this is beneficial or harmful for me. Now, the scene vividly shifts to the other side. When the captain learns that someone else has indeed been victimized, he's incredibly angry so far. Yeah, 8 people on the ship have tragically died, and I've been present at every single one of their meetings. Right now I'm lurking in the ventilation duct above them, watching them intently and laughing secretly now. They never even expected the true culprit is right here. Just then, suddenly the vice captain raises a crucial question. Because there exist many cameras within the ship's cabin, humans couldn't possibly hide so much, surely. So there's genuinely only one dark possibility, that an unknown, dangerous space creature has appeared on this ship. Plus, the supply team leader's container was found empty too. So he's even more certain of this now, because they truly never searched the ventilation ducts itself. From beginning to end, maybe it's hiding way up there watching us all. Damn this annoying guy named Arnold. I definitely should have taken him out much earlier. After hearing his grim words, the captain also thinks it makes real sense. So, he immediately assigns him 8 strong men then I must leave here directly. It seems now this battle is truly unavoidable. Knowing Arnold's personality well, he'll definitely place security within the ducts now. Now indeed the ducts are also under their watch. Even if I leave my nest, I have nowhere safe to go now. The hall has cameras, so the ducts just can't be used. The time has truly come to make a key decision. Let's fiercely fight, even without limbs now. I'll bite right through the enemy's very throat then, because I am a mighty void predator warrior indeed. This time, I don't hold back, and I directly activate maximum hypersenses now, analyzing precisely the structure of this warship here, even the enemy's positions and movements exactly. If I imagine this great ship sailing in deep space as a living being, then right now, I'm like a parasite that has infected its central brain, because now I know everything happening right on the ship. The captain and the other team leaders are gathered in the command room. Arnold should be there as well, commanding now. I also discovered all the movements of armed soldiers here. As expected indeed, they split personnel to enter from 2 locations now, so the plan's general outline is fully determined now. I'll precisely adjust details based on enemy weapons and actions then. Now let's just see who's really the prey here. Little lambs right now indeed. The whole search team is split into 2 groups now. One group of 3, their actions are all perfectly arranged by the command room. Arnold is quite surprised by the appearance of alien creatures now, because assassinating Kisaragi was originally his true mission then. But he's even more worried that new variables will affect his plan here. So he absolutely must kill the monster right now. Yeah. Team A's 3 members reach a fork in the road ahead. Just then, a 3's radio shows some noticeable abnormalities now. Arnold tells him to stop and fix it before continuing onward. Meanwhile now, the communications officer discovers that a 3's camera isn't even moving. But right after the commander's urgent call, it returns to normal, while the other whole team, B2 and B3 prepare now to rendezvous there. But just as the 2 do successfully meet up now, B2 lets out a scream. Arnold immediately knows the monster has appeared now. In just an instant, B2 abruptly loses contact with the command room. Things happen all too fast for the control room to obtain really any useful information here. Only then does Arnold fully realize this. It truly seems we all underestimated it greatly. A soldier wearing medium reinforced armor was taken out by it in one single go. It's a monster far more agile than I imagined now. So Arnold directly issues a swift kill order. No matter just who hears any sound at all, shoot immediately now. Then the communications officer quickly tells B3 to rendezvous with B1, because being alone makes it very easy for the monster to ambush them. But just as B1 and B3 quickly meet up now, B1 says that he hears some rustling sounds nearby. He clearly feels that something is quickly approaching now, but soon he relaxes his guard because he hears B3's voice clearly. Hearing all this, Arnold breathes a sigh of immense relief. This here is control room, B1 and B3 reporting in now after connecting. Suddenly now, a loud scream breaks the current tense silence. B1 discovers BTHRE's body has indeed been taken over by the alien creature. So Arnold here immediately grabs the communicator to contact B1 quickly. Please explain the dire situation in more precise detail immediately to me. However, sadly the result is that absolutely nothing can clearly be seen. This frustratingly makes him curse directly aloud now. Damn it! He just can't understand how they're so close yet can't see a thing now. This situation is deeply very unreasonable now. He carefully recalls neither B1 nor B3 appeared on the camera feeds here, unless indeed they deliberately avoided actually filming the awful monster. The very next moment he suddenly thinks of something else new, so he now picks up the headset again quickly to ask B1 now. This time the captain requires him to state your name and also rank here, but B1 gives simply no response, so I stop pretending indeed too. I will immediately destroy the camera itself right now. When they see the monster's very hand destroying the camera itself, they all are stunned now. They didn't expect B1 to actually be taken out right under their very noses, and I first carefully took care of Team B swiftly, and through wavelength, got key hints from crucial conversations with number 26 then, using wavelength interference so disruptive to disturb enemy communications now, as a purely tactical action, because the precise wavelength, I admit freely disrupted B3's vital equipment in the rear, so one of them unfortunately had to leave the team and repair his gear. I then used the fresh fusion trade neurotoxin quickly to incapacitate it. After that, I devoured him quite next without delay. Only Team A remains now indeed. Let me see where they currently are. They are now in a true state of high alert clearly. Quite as expected because of what happened to Team B2. They ultimately know nothing at all about me right now. So they were truly caught completely off guard earlier. But Team A actually heard me cleverly mimicking human voices once. So they will definitely be very vigilant from now onward. Maybe this crucial time I should cleverly use their intelligence perhaps. There's a dangerous fork ahead directly in Team A's known direction. They will assuredly pass directly through here quickly enough. And so I decide swiftly to ambush them right here tonight. Sometimes knowing absolutely too much is actually quite harmful still. Moments later now, Team A's members fully reach the fort, and the command room tells them to shoot immediately now, upon hearing any other people's voices right away. Sure enough, a call then immediately comes from the corridor. Hearing this call, the three don't hesitate and pull their triggers directly. Then, the men finally see the true monster's figure then. So two go forward then to check, while leaving one behind to guard, unbeknownst to them all. I've already quickly come behind the three through the ventilation here. Right now, the three fully feel a chill on their backs there, but, just when they turn around now, they see absolutely nothing at all however. I've already quickly come in front of one person and taken him hostage instead, so he immediately tells the other two there to open fire now. After repeated requests now, the two finally fully pull the trigger, and I can only quickly turn and flee away. Although this laser weapon isn't actually very powerful at all, it still scratched my skin regardless. Then, I used the corner here to shake off the two now. Watching number 3 about to go into true shock with absolutely no way to help. Number 1 is one very angry damn monster indeed. When I catch you now, I'll tear off your limbs completely. Meanwhile, the two notice the monster's strange blood on the ground. They've never ever seen blood with such strong corrosive property. As the two advance further, they come to a lower pipe now. So, A1 requests an injection of enhancement drugs then. Right with the very injection of the solution now, A1's raw strength increases several times over indeed. He swears he'll definitely kill the monster with his own bare hand. Soon now, the two discover a rather huge opening. Seeing this scene, they guess the monster has escaped to the corridor. Then they quickly report the perilous situation to the command room. Unbeknownst to them, this is all just my diversionary tactic here. When the two guards aren't paying proper attention now, I decisively launch a swift direct assault. Braving heavy gunfire, I swiftly take down one immediately. The other guard, seeing this terrible scene, also fires right at me with truly full deadly force. But I use the other person now directly as a human shield indeed. Right at the same time, I whip out my deadly tail sting, but it gets cleanly knocked away by his strong punch. Seeing this fist at very close range, I immediately choose now to dodge sharply sideways. Fortunately, my own speed is fast enough to avoid real damage, so I quickly choose the famed 36 stratagem. Retreat really is the best policy here. Seeing the monster escape right before his eye, I is quite angry, and I also follow the pipe to a safer place. They're far stronger than I even imagined. I might need to really adjust my own strategy here. I simply can't use small tricks to fool them anymore now. I need to seriously think of another way indeed. Soon, I think of one. How could I forget about him quite? Right now, A3 is lying down in the pipe, barely even alive after closely observing him one. I charge quite directly at him right now. Strong acidic gas emanates directly from my mouth. A3 is totally terrified seeing my true appearance. I don't hesitate here and directly end his life now, because I want to keenly use him here to wait for more prey. This is the control room. A3 has just been attacked by the monster now. Repeat now. A3 has indeed been attacked by the fearsome monster. A1 finally walks slowly back to A3's position now, only then to see him completely covered all over in blood. So he puts down his own laser gun to quickly treat A3 there. But suddenly, a tail stinger pierces directly through his chest now. Only then does he truly realize he's been horribly tricked. He never expected this alien creature to possess such high intelligence here. Now it's far too late for him to try to escape now. I crawl out smoothly directly from the damaged arm. My carefully laid plan certainly wasn't at all in vain. You smell even better than the other prey indeed. I'll definitely savor and enjoy you now. Slowly seeing this entire gruesome scene unfold, the people in the command room are scared completely witless now. They realize those people can't possibly harm this alien creature here. After fully devouring that very last soldier then, I'm thinking carefully about the coming next countermeasures now. After fully receiving my dire warning, they'll surely attack with their full forced might now. I know indeed this ship lacks some enhancement devices, but the main problem lies in the equipment they currently have. If they brought powerful plasma launcher, I'd be in really great danger then. Plasma equipment means high-energy weapons, best for fleet combat. Mainly they are used to destroy enemy warships in tanks now, but they're quite big and very heavy though, so one person simply can't carry them around. Although lightweight versions do exist too, they're all ridiculously expensive to acquire, so the best are the medium-weight plasma launchers there. I've already seen this very ship's armory now. Whether they even have the proper equipment is surely questionable, and right now, I see many soldiers actively moving toward where I was earlier. They must be preparing to fully surround me now, but this whole thing is an opportunity for me, because I can do the opposite now. While the enemy is looking intently in the wrong place, I directly assault their main headquarters now. Most importantly, I have to devour that Arnold quickly. He's a very huge threat to me. Soon I'll reach just above the command room. Right now they're heatedly arguing about this very squad incident, and I'm celebrating that they didn't spend money on equipment upgrade. Otherwise, truly, I'd be in big trouble just then. Arnold applies to the captain to use plasma launchers now, but before the captain can even refuse, other team leaders swiftly object there, because using such things inside the ship's cabin is tantamount to digging one's own literal grave. Now I definitively know they really have them. Seeing this chaos below, this is a good opportunity for my act. Although I really deeply want to eliminate Arnold right now, his position is just too far away from me. I must choose a decidedly different target then. Soon, I find the very first unlucky guy, the person who tortured number 26 with drugs that day then. I've now decided that the target is indeed you. Then I decisively punch right through the iron grating. The abyssal maw lunges directly at that researcher now. Feeding time has truly arrived with my powerful bite. The researcher dies quite horribly in front of everyone. Then I sharply turn my gaze to several people close nearby. In just the very blink of an eye indeed, I take out two. The remaining people scramble quickly to escape now, and the communications officer there is calling for squads to return for backup support, but then the very next instant, he suddenly dies now. Just then, a number of bullets hit my body directly. This surprises me now. This guy actually didn't run away after all. His puny handgun can't hurt me at all though. Does he actually have some hidden weapon on it? Just as I am quickly about to act now, an image of me being shot dead suddenly flashes in my mind's eye. This actually scares me into instantly being a good boy then. He's also secretly hiding a plasma pistol there. If hit squarely in the head or chest surely, it's instant death. Even a slight graze would indeed be fatal now. Damn this. This strongly means he's closely connected to the Eugene family. Seeing the hesitating monster afraid to act now, Arnold fully knows the monster has already seen that he's still hiding weapon, just when he pulls out the pistol now. The others are all indeed shocked. How does he even have something so ridiculously expensive right now? He's constantly praising me quite a bit, because he truly thinks my operating style is very much like his teacher. Then he immediately pulls the trigger. But in terms of raw speed, I still surely have the advantage here. From the current tense situation, this is surely the biggest crisis since I was born in the cargo hold, but the final victor will most definitely be me eventually. Meanwhile, the laser directly penetrates the control panel and comes straight at me. This strange guy is strange, so I immediately activate void hypersenses. His heart rate is truly very stable indeed. As fully expected, the previous fear was just an act after all. He may have surely analyzed me to some extent as well. Guessing I currently have some kind of biological radar perhaps. I detect and smell a similar hunter scent coming from it. The distinctive scent of an experienced predator here. Seeing the laser that brushes right past me now, I shudder in utter fear, but fortunately this surely is the control room indeed. There are so many control panels for me to evade damage here. Seeing that alien creature before him darting swiftly around, he's very angry at this damn rat right now actually. I activate void hypersenses and I can hear his conversation now. Just as expected, he's just simply buying time here, acting like he wants to fiercely kill me too, but truly that's just a mere illusion only. He's buying precious time while carefully protecting the captain and team leaders now. This is indeed his overall plan before soldiers come swiftly to catch me too. Just then, right now I notice that fire fire extinguisher below us. This might surely provide me great and needed help. So, rather swiftly I directly pull out the safety pin first, spraying powder right at his line of sight while skillfully interfering with him always. I hold the fire extinguisher quite tightly and look all around here. Everyone now present can only see faint silhouettes indeed. Seeing all of this, he immediately tells the others to evacuate swiftly from here now. I have surely got to say, his keen insight is quite good actually, but quite sadly this quick judgment is indeed wrong for it. I then use the voices of devoured people precisely to interfere with them all. When they hear the news that Arnold is indeed dead, they all immediately panic, unsure if it's really true or false now. The blonde man in front is under extreme mental tension right now. He can simply no longer make proper judgments at all, so he shoots directly at the source of the sound then. And this very shot precisely hits Arnold square on, making him instantly lose his combat ability completely. This then is a truly good opportunity indeed for me. What I didn't actually expect is that he can still lift his gun again. Seeing the laser scratch against my skin, my heart reaches the point of extreme tension at once. Seeing this happen, I immediately turn and create some distance. Then a pair of wings grow directly from my very back. No one truly expected I would make a bold comeback the very next second. In an instant, Arnold completely loses his momentum now. The blonde, seeing the figure there in front now, thinks initially it's Arnold, but when he sees more clearly, he quickly discovers that it's the alien creature itself. This now scares him, completely unable to even move. But strangely enough, the alien creature doesn't kill him now. I don't hesitate even once, and run directly up that ventilation pipe, because my instincts tell me clearly not to stay for even a second. Then after about 2.5 hours of full recuperation, my various injuries have all fully healed up now. The remaining captain is clearly no longer a threat to me. It's also finally time to greatly expand my own nest too, but I'm actually having trouble carefully choosing the ideal location. First is the cafeteria, obvious. Now truly is the only opportune moment when the enemy's alertness is lower. They're quite greedy, presumably so. They will try hard to protect the research ship and mothership both, so they might soon split into assault and defense teams too, and thus my solitary hunt is inevitably about to begin now. Right when I fully pass through the hatch itself, all of the sensors inside have been destroyed fully by the pirate. They never ever thought they'd become the ones now being robbed. Soon enough I reach above the central nuclear reactor itself. Being positioned here isn't very far from the control room itself. There are precisely 2 robots carefully guarding here now. Once attacked, they'll immediately notify the central AI system too. How truly can I get past them both without being discovered now? But before doing that, let me quickly go and eat something first. I do know the exact positions of everyone aboard this ship now, so I've certainly found their very weakest point too, where there's really only one human and one insect person there. I'll take them both out right here. So I launched a direct flanking assault fast. When that human senses great danger fast, he unfortunately could no longer fully think now. The sudden and chaotic situation truly left the insect person at a loss now. When he fully came to his senses again, he immediately wanted to swiftly report the tense situation now, but the very next second he was controlled, grabbed by my saw blade tentacle. Before he could fully react, his own hand was already on the ground. I heard that insect persons certainly have very hard skin indeed, so I truly wanted to test my special iron head skill right now, to see clearly which one was inevitably stronger here. Unexpectedly, under the amorph's crushing hand, he became just like crispy chicken instead. In truly just a blink of an eye now, I dismantled him swiftly, just as I expected here. Eating these NPC species truly cannot satisfy evolution condition. Then I immediately picked up the communicator that fell to the ground here, and communicated quite smoothly with them quickly, skillfully using the insect person's specific identity. After promptly getting a calm reply, they finally relaxed full. After swiftly doing all this, I pried open another heavy door careful, then promptly came to the very center of the room soon, because clearly here I could avoid easily alerting the watchful AI now. Under the fierce corrosion of my acidic blood here, the ship's core soon fully appeared right before me now. If I directly destroyed this thing, they would surely fully discover this place quickly then, but I could weaken the venom's full intensity to corrode slowly now. Meanwhile, truly on the other side there, when Lion Dog and his full crew arrived at the control room here, they were utterly shocked by all the footage fully inside now, because they saw that all the survivors fully inside seemed to go mad, and there were strange plants growing everywhere then. But with no clear sign of people, he felt this was just like a ghost ship, so he had his full subordinates continue searching now for relevant clues. Soon they all saw a terrifying alien monster in this footage too. too. Lion Dog fully knew this was a very dangerous creature indeed, because indeed it had extremely high intelligence too, but this all gave him an opportunity to contact the Eugene family Then he quickly called the young girl over there, but the poor girl was already fully stunned by seeing the scene inside now. After just a moment, she finally reacted quickly then, and Lion Dog also wanted to fully understand their previous contact plan. Then, Lion Dog learned that the day before yesterday should have indeed been their planned meeting day. Lion Dog paused and thought carefully about it, although he didn't quite know what this creature was indeed, but since they could come here completely silently, it surely meant the monster didn't know of their whole operation, so he immediately ordered to hunt down that alien creature now. Just then, the Coxcom subordinate brought some very bad news. The warship's powerful engines seemed to have some problem. Upon hearing all this, Lion Dog was exceptionally angry. Damn rat! I will definitely tear you all to small pieces. Then, the angered Lion Dog called the young girl again. You, come pilot this warship immediately. Before the girl could even fully react at all, Lion Dog had his loyal subordinates drag her straight to the cockpit. Little did they know that their entire conversation was heard clearly by me. At this very moment, I laughed out loudly. Ah, he definitely looks very angry right now. What they truly don't know is there are still survivors on this very ship. But I know this clearly, though I'm not sparing them out of simple mercy. But it's because megacorporations greatly despise space pirates. So there will definitely be a battle between them, and the survivors too. And these pirates are indeed fighting fiercely now. I really need to make good use of all this now. Currently, there are exactly 3 pirates and 1 woman just pretending to be normal. Although this is my clear chance to attack swiftly, I still have a bad feeling. My instinct tells me this woman is quite dangerous. Could she be potentially the person Arnold mentioned that? The monster known with various abilities even now? I want to know just what made Arnold say we're so similar. She certainly looks like a genetically modified human, it's true. But considering she's nobility from a huge megacorporation here, perhaps her precious genes have already been modified quite extensively. If she's been modified to a strong degree comparable to players too, even if I evolve fully to larvae stage again, it would surely be hard to defeat her then. Seeing such a powerfully dangerous opponent, I'm really both afraid and excited at the same time. After Lion Dog learned of my very existence now, he wanted to outright eliminate me then, because I utterly destroyed the spaceship he was plundering illicitly. At this very moment, his subordinates were all clearly intimidated by his dark aura and dared not speak then. Meanwhile, Coxcom Man loudly called out to the leader now, because his instrument had detected a clear human presence now, and they were indeed hiding in the sealed room there. So Lion Dog had them immediately conduct a blasting operation there. Then, the demolition expert quickly drew a precise line on the door. After completion, Coxcom Man kicked the hatch open swiftly with 1 foot only. Little did he truly know, what greeted him was a 1,000-degree laser blast now. The other pirates, seeing this dangerous scene, quickly took cover immediately. But Lion Dog directly activated hunting rhythm and charged up fiercely then. In just a swift few moves, he swiftly took down everyone inside now. Only the doctor hiding scared in the corner remained alone. Just as Lion Dog was truly about to finish him off quickly, he quickly revealed crucial intelligence information, and Lion Dog also urgently wanted to know where their captain was hiding too. Then, he learned then from the doctor that the captain escaped swiftly in an escape pod. This truly left Lion Dog utterly speechless now. He was the only person who knew the corpse's current whereabouts, and was aboard an escape ship that very moment. But very soon he turned his intense attention to the doctor once again. You're a doctor, which certainly means you know where that woman's corpse now is. Right, and he also surely knew who the pirate was asking specifically about. So he, truthfully, described the entire grim situation of being eaten by the alien creature itself. At just this time, Lion Dog was extremely angry. How is that monster's dark shadow simply everywhere? Then he directly issued a stern order quickly. 6 people in a small group, go and search for some clues about the monster itself. Then he sharply turned his full attention to the doctor then again, simply because his own team happened to be a bit short one lone doctor. Immediately upon hearing this, the doctor was very unwilling to join, but he fully knew the harsh consequences of actively refusing this order, and I surely knew their every single action so clearly. But most regrettably, this brief performance ended faster than I'd imagined then. But, with a Lion Dog mutant actually inside, perhaps this very outcome was indeed expected. It truly seems he trained these soldiers rather well. They act now just like a regular army unit. And now indeed it's finally my turn to make an appearance. But just at that very moment, number 26 came bouncing along fast. It acted truly like a child wanting so much to help its own father. But I thought about it, it indeed should go right out and get experience. Then carefully I put it right on my shoulder now. As long as I take real good care of the truly troublesome one, the rest of them can be simply left for it now to practice on. At this very moment then, A squad of trained soldiers had already arrived just outside the door. They were curious just what kind of monster could create such dense thing. After a thorough investigation by their demolition expert now, they must indeed use a laser cut to finally break right through the massive door now. Upon hearing even this then, a man standing nearby was very angry indeed and immediately cut a section of vine, and the thick mucus inside just splashed right onto another blonde's face directly. That blonde soldier was very angry indeed about this quite messy action. Little did the man know he was truly about to face disaster. Just then, the man noticed his knife was rapidly corroding away. In an instant, it melted quickly just like ice cream too. The blonde nearby also felt his own face burning badly now, but before he could even properly react at all, his whole body instantly completely melted away. Meanwhile, the man heard footsteps echoing from the distance. But alas, all this was far too late now. I directly pierced straight through the man with my sharp claw. The few people standing nearby seeing all of this, quickly and hastily pulled their gun triggers then, and their bullets were really like tickling to me only. I swung out saw blade tentacles and directly took out 2 men. I left the remaining insect person here for number 26 to deal with. I saw number 26 quickly wrap tightly around his screaming head. Seeing it was safe now, I then felt truly relieved indeed. Meanwhile, I heard calling urgent voices from nearby too. Seems like I accidentally missed just one more guy. Before he could properly react, I swallowed his whole head in one bite, and the communicator there was still transmitting inquiry urgent voices, because they really didn't know what had just happened then. So I mimicked that person's voice once again now, just after quickly getting a reply back then. The other side cursed because this kind of thing truly is no joke. Looking intently at the communicator in front of me now, I decided to keep it first to use it to disrupt any pirate's attention. Right at this very moment, I discovered this cyborg right in front of me still had a heartbeat indeed. Could it actually be because he's a bio-android from Star Union then? The Star Union replaces weaker human bodies with precise machines, so they also harshly impose their beliefs on other species, regardless entirely of whether others are actually willing. As long as you're unfortunately caught by them, they'll forcibly modify you regardless now. Mega corporations and the Star Union are more like monsters than I even am. Then I suddenly took a bite then. His body was truly half machine with a strong copper taste indeed. Then the information window swiftly popped up again now. I've completed fully half the conditions needed for pupa stage right now. This really is such an unexpected surprise truly. There are actually 12 cyborg pirates on that ship now. If I devour them all quickly, I can immediately evolve to the next stage now. Now, I should definitely go find the next squad soon. Space pirates might be a disaster in space for some other, but to me, well, they're like nature's own gift. When I found yet another squad there, the stone man right in front directly fired laser guns straight at me, and I instantly appeared right in front of him fast. So you're quite a stone man, let me just see how hard your head really is. In almost no time, everyone was fully down now. Even 3 cyborgs were directly melted quite instantly. Looking at the scattered limbs on the ground here, I felt like it was quite a pity definitely. Just to be completely safe now, I still decided to take a quick bite. Maybe I actually could extract some vital gene fragment. But as I bit down hard, there were only cold screws and pretty much nothing else. Indeed, one definitely shouldn't be quite a gamble. If it's actually not someone I personally kill, the possibility for triggering predator instinct is realistically very small. So just as number 26 was swiftly about to kill the pirate now, I directly swung out my own tail stinger then. This confused number 26, it thought I truly was too hungry then. After fully learning the true reason, number 26 was quite very supportive of my approach too. I truly feel bad doing this to number 26 now, but I have absolutely no choice just then now. The man's communicator then received a very urgent call, so I quickly reported our current position there. But unexpectedly, my own voice was still that previous man's voice. This immediately made the other side quite alert too. Damn, almost truly exposed myself badly. After my quick round of bluffing, I just barely explained it all away now. It seems they have very strong discipline it seems. I truly need to quickly deal with that lion dog now. And at this very moment, Lion Dog had already sensed something was wrong, because he actually had military background too, so he was extremely strict about all such reports. Ordinary people wouldn't be so casual with him ever. His wild instinct told him the other party was truly lying, so he quickly had everyone head to the laboratory to investigate thoroughly. He strongly felt something had happened to the people there now. Then, Lion Dog had the doctor urgently take him to the escape pod itself. He truly wanted to craft a time bomb there quickly, because he ultimately wanted to detonate the entire vast spaceship, even though the ship's crew members would also surely perish too. But to fully eliminate the monster he so hated badly, all of this was completely worth it to him now. He had originally become someone who would do anything at all to achieve his desired goal. Meanwhile, he needed to inquire specifically about the alien creature's particular weaknesses. When Lion Dog learned that it really had no weaknesses at all, he felt entirely incredulous ridiculous from just the doctor's very appearance. The doctor simply didn't seem to be lying either at all, which further meant the doctor feared the monster even more than he did. After truly just a moment of deep thought, the Lion Dog then firmly decided to change his crucial plan. He certainly must gather absolutely everyone together first. This made me truly have to admire greatly his keenness specifically. Only someone truly like this is quite qualified to be my real opponent now. Meanwhile, the pirates who had accurately received the main message immediately assembled and swiftly converged now on the laboratory. This time around, I'm going to use new skills here to attack them. Then I connected the psychic organ with the derivatives on the wall. This here is another use of the contamination organ hive mechanism. I can easily use the psychic organ now to control these branches. Now, these very branches cover the entire vast mothership, and these people inside are equivalent to being right in my stomach. Just then, the pirates quickly sensed something was quite wrong. When they discovered all of it, I had activated paralysis spores now. As long as they inhale even just a little bit now, they can unfortunately only become lambs for slaughter now. In no time at all, I took down a whole batch of pirate. Even I didn't quite expect this new skill to be so useful now. It's just indeed that at this very moment I feel quite dizzy, consuming so very much energy all at once now. I suddenly feel quite hungry, and now it's truly time to feed. Scene transition after I devoured fully over 10 people. I opened the attribute panel once again now. So far, I've already devoured 8 cyborgs now, so I surely need 2 more here to complete all the progress. Another 5 people have indeed escaped, but what I truly find strange is why they ran to the training room now. There were so many other places they could possibly go, but they went to that room there instead. Indeed, could it truly be for much better combat training? Perhaps because the training room is notably more spacious than others. But what they absolutely didn't expect at all is that the previous astronauts had the very same idea themselves. That particular place has truly already become my personal dining room. Right at this very moment here, I can actually feel their pheromones and breathing right through that door. I dare strongly say they'll be exceptionally shocked seeing this room. Then I just had number 26 wait and safely hide right behind me there, because my intense hunt is certainly about to now begin indeed. Right when I rushed straight into that room, Lion Dog was already waiting there inside for me, and the few people up in the command room were intently watching all of this. At only this moment, the girl was seemingly still trying to control this massive aircraft carrier. Seeing the leader now fighting, the 2 subordinates were getting quite impatient then. The girl thoroughly explained the ship's principles to them now, but these small fries couldn't understand anything at all now, and quickly turned right around to leave so fast. The next instant the woman's cold expression suddenly changed now. Arnold, you truly did very well back then. At this very moment, she immediately discovered that the alien creature was good at using thick smoke to hide itself, but her far sight I could see easily through absolutely everything, and she even discovered the monster really liked eating Jean, so she deduced the monster might have awakened some innate talent. Skill, could he even be a real monster indeed? That absorbs genes effectively and quickly evolves them. This clearly means he's just like me actually. So she was certain Lion Dog couldn't possibly win against the monster, because Lion Dog had always remained under her complete control. Seeing such an extremely interesting prey now, the woman was very clearly excited truly. Now the pirates were utterly useless to her now, so she also seriously planned to stop carefully hiding them. Compared indeed to being called White Jean by the Eugene family, she truly preferred others to call her Spiral, which then, on the other side, the moment Lion Dog saw me there, he directly launched a fierce attack immediately, mechanical arms swinging straight at my poor head now. Meanwhile, I swung my claws at his abdomen, a fast reaction too. This made me truly have to pull back some distance now. When I wasn't carefully paying attention, Lion Dog threw an electronic pulse directly at my tail here. Electric current instantly covered my whole entire body now, but he certainly was going to be disappointed then. After all, I'm truly not one of those electronic products, no. Just then, Lion Dog slowly spoke out loud. So you're not a new weapon created by the Space Union then? You clearly understand what I truly mean, right now. Hearing this now, I was quite stunned too. Then, he simply lifted his collar up. I then saw the red button right on his neck there. Turns out he actually connected the bomb switch to his heart. If he dies, then the nuclear bomb on the ship will detonate now. By then, sadly everyone on the ship will indeed die. The doctor's stark physical reaction told me he wasn't truly lying. He seems to cherish his own precious life very much here. He has high intelligence, transcendent body, and arrogance too. Nothing can truly reduce his strong will to survive this. Then he immediately pressed the button now, activating his strongest combat form at once. Hunting rhythm form instantly took over. A suit of hard biological armor now covered all his skin. At this very moment, I keenly felt the aura released from his body. This clearly made me sense real danger from his fierce appearance. He has climber genes, likely due to their very hard shell. They're commonly also called rock dragons it seems. Lion Dog's strength and immense speed were both enhanced greatly. In just an instant, he swiftly pounced right above me quickly. I directly swung my own tail stinger out fiercely, but unexpectedly, I couldn't break through his defense at all it seemed. Then Lion Dog's sandbag-sized fist landed squarely on my skull hard. At this tense moment, he was also quite puzzled too. Such a very heavy punch actually didn't fully smash the monster then. Taking advantage now of this crucial gap, I quickly distanced myself further from him now. If not for my own hard head, I would have died already you see. I really want to know why he mentioned that bomb now. This is his true purpose, so he wants to indeed play dirty trick. Then Lion Dog stretched out his strong hand quite mockingly. Your attacks truly are useless. Looking at his body covered all in armor, there aren't actually many places I can really aim for now. Unless it's plasma weapons, maybe perhaps. Nothing much else can penetrate him truly. As long as I can stab some part of his body right now, I win overall. But he seems to know exactly what I'm doing. Each and every time I swing out poison stingers quick, he catches all of them, but my tail certainly isn't the only dangerous part of me. I can actually release venom from my teeth and nails quickly. If I can simply break his armor and attack him now, I surely win. Then I pulled out that supersonic blade quite fast. Maybe I can launch some sneak attack when he's rather weak surely. After all, mutants all possess one fatal weakness inside. That is very poor stamina most definitely. The cargo hold is surely where I first got to know this world. There's truly no place more suitable for stalling time than there. And Lion Dog quickly then followed. His momentum was truly grand. Scaring the cockroaches hiding below to flee quite frantically. I was also not polite and turned them into skewers right there. After all, even mosquitoes are meat too. When small, one bite down quite well. Fresh and juicy, truly worthy of high energy protein now. Facing Lion Dog in his rage, then, I had just no chance of winning. Although mutants are agile and rather strong, they also consume energy rather quickly. This is precisely why he must stop to rest every so often then. If I continue to anger him and make him then use his energy, then he'll definitely be forced to rest for a short while. Now I only have indeed one choice. And that is simply to wait, and at this time now, Lion Dog was acting like crazy indeed, frantically destroying containers while I hid in the shadows now, secretly observing. But now there's another important matter indeed. That is, he happens to have two hearts, you see. And I don't even know which side he installed the nuclear bomb switch on now. Generally, mutants' hearts are found on the left side, so it's very likely he connected the detonator there too. However, he's really very smart though. I truly can't be sure where it would be placed now. Just as I was thinking that, Lion Dog suddenly discovered my figure. His hammer-like fist smashed the container into pieces with one mighty punch. But trying to catch me is still just wishful thinking truly. After all, this is actually my home ground here. Seeing me disappear from his view completely, Lion Dog could only rage helplessly here. And at this very moment, he stopped in his place for over 10 seconds. He must have reduced his own weaknesses during the enhancement process then. Normally, he should be motionless by now then. But except for his speed, nothing else seemed to change here. But it seems he can't completely escape the rest time after all. But for me, this is a rare and good opportunity here. Meanwhile, Lion Dog also sensed movement right behind him then. He quickly picked up several loose floor pieces then, and unfortunately threw them backwards swiftly. He noticed then, and I had to change direction quite fast. The very moment I landed, I burst straight toward him now, and Lion Dog even seemed to have already predicted my movement too. When I approached closer, his fist landed once again on my skull hard. Little did he even know, all this was a deliberate flaw I showed them, because I wanted to trade a serious injury for the kill itself. Then I directly pulled out the supersonic blade hidden in the shadows silently, and broke open a painful wound right at his joint instantly. When Lion Dog fully realized he'd fallen into a real trap there, it was unfortunately already too late. Instantly it seemed. Deadly venom flowed through my teeth right into his body now. Feeling intense pain, Lion Dog flung me far away soon. Damn bug, how dare you actually bite me hard. Meanwhile, Lion Dog quickly sensed something quite strange about his own body now, because he fully found his strong fist seemed somehow unable to exert full strength anymore now. In absolutely no time, his whole entire body began to sharply tremble hard. Even his own legs had no remaining strength to actually support him at all. Seeing him fall, I immediately rushed right up. Although the paralysis effect isn't quite as effective as on human, the toxin really should have spread by now, and the previously quite arrogant Lion Dog was now beneath my very foot. Then I directly pry right open the armor on his chest, because I truly must turn off the detonator inside his body. And the dire situation was indeed as I expected. He connected the detonator right to the second heart on his right side. When it's hit with any real force, the countdown then began. He certainly knew if this very thing broke, he really would die too. It truly seems this guy hates me right to the bone. But for me, dismantling it just takes up some time. Should I maybe try the mutant's gene sample afterward now? Just then, right then, I heard number 26's distinct voice. This clearly made me feel rather strange. Didn't I tell it clearly to find a very safe place to hide? Turns out it came to tell me there's trouble hearing this now. I then immediately stopped just what I was doing. The next instant, a memory quite suddenly appeared in my mind. It was the vivid scene of number 26 and myself being cleanly cut in half now by some force. This very vision directly scared me into a daze for a long 2.5 seconds. Coming quickly to my senses, I immediately moved toward number 26's very direction. Then I carried it safely away, and just exactly as I left. In the next fleeting breath, a powerful energy slash landed precisely where I just was. Following right after that came the distinct sound of a woman's footstep. From my quick reaction, she surely knew I possessed precognitive ability. So she's the one I had planned to deal with last. Truly, didn't fully expect she'd come here personally though. Meanwhile now, I noticed she had a shining, gleaming blade in her hand. Presumably, it's her unique gene, mixed powerfully with Galar steel and another advanced organism's genes too. Not just only that, I also sensed she had over 10 different genes on her own body. In my weak current state, I could never defeat her at all. It seems my entire very body is now warning me urgently, warning me explicitly not to face that terrifying monster. Damn it, I definitely need to step way back at just this time. The woman very slowly walked deliberately to Lion Dog's side, then thrust the gleaming blade held in her hand directly at his vulnerable chest, specifically because she really didn't want Lion Dog to die quite so easily. At this very moment, I was also nervous to the extreme now. Facing an enemy I don't truly know how many times stronger than me really. What should I do then if I attack her right now? I wonder. It would be suicide essentially. The only thing I truly can do is secretly observe her to gather intelligence now. Then I soon discovered her eyes seemed to be space observer eyes truly, or perhaps eyes with other hidden abilities too. Then unexpectedly she called out directly to me that, "You look quite a lot like me, so I can spare your life. But the strict prerequisite is you serve me well." I finally truly understand why she's not even making a move now, because primarily she wants me to simply be her pet indeed. At this tense moment, the room was quite unusually quiet here, because I just knew she wasn't really lying and had no reason to lie at all. The sharp blade on her wrist are Galar steel claws truly. Even my hard shell couldn't really protect me from them, although frankly she only showed just this one. I do know she truly has many other lethal weapons she could use to kill me too. Right now, obeying her is absolutely my most reasonable choice really. Seeing me slowly lower my hands, the woman's lips curved slightly then. She saw my choice as indeed very good. "You truly made the most correct decision." Although I outwardly submitted then, she definitely couldn't guess my actual true thought. The core reason I'm so fascinated with this clumsy one, this useless character in the game is simply this. Because of absolute freedom of pure choice, he can infinitely devour and then evolve onward. And I only truly have just one single choice here. Wanting me to submit fully to her is absolutely impossible now. Meanwhile, I lowered my head and slowly came before the woman. She was very satisfied with truly this, and what I needed to do was make her lower her firm guard. Just as truly she wanted to reach out and pet me then. She suddenly sensed something truly wrong here, but when she fully reacted, it was already far too late. The derivative I cut off splattered a huge amount of pure venom. The moment that she fully lost vision, I immediately turned quickly and fled then. The woman was very angry about this cunning fellow now. "Is this really your choice?" But this only made her even more excited. "Since you want to play, then I'll gladly let you play to your heart's content now." The next instant, several fierce flame slashes directly attacked my exact position. The truly unlucky Lion Dog was unfortunately caught in the crossfire there. I know she might very well always be able to defeat her enemy, but I really want to give her a valuable lesson indeed. I so want her to truly know that battle doesn't entirely depend on mere strength. After just a moment, the Lion Dog slowly crawled out from the ruin. It was actually very angry at this particular moment, because it simply didn't expect the cunning girl to hide herself so deeply. As a proud king, it certainly doesn't accept such things at all. So, quite naturally, it wants to immediately choose revenge now. Meanwhile, number 26 clearly noticed that my leg was rather injured, but I simply had no other real choice if I hesitated even for 1 second. Maybe that fierce guy would quickly catch up to me. I could only just tell number 26 not to truly worry at all. This strange woman's intense eyes have quite special ability. My launching surprise attacks directly on her should be completely useless. Even if I try to hide, she'll likely find me very quickly. Besides her eyes, she might well have other sensory abilities as well. Right now, at this moment my time truly is very tight. Delaying time further now is of absolutely no benefit to me. Now, certainly she should realize I'm worried about that bomb. She just might think I'll use escape pods to immediately flee. So now, as long as she blocks the entire hangar entrance and forces me right into a desperate situation now, she can finally wait for me to obediently show myself then. Yes, this might very well be her entire strategy. Then she'll certainly try to conquer me with her overwhelming power. In other words, this is really just just standard tactic. The very strategy she's currently using now is quite the same as what I even used against those pirates. It's almost like fighting against another clever player. Now I should really focus on eliminating the true enemy, not the bomb itself. As for further information, I truly don't know. I can only discover it all in combat. The immediate current problem is my attack and total defense capabilities are far below the enemy, but what if my own power greatly increases? Suddenly, just now, I even thought of something forgot. I distinctly saw its figure in the laboratory before now. As long as I fully devour it whole, I truly can enhance my bodily abilities, but just for a limited time. The fighting technique she uses is what's called sword dance itself. That's the mighty superpower she actually gained from devouring other genes directly. And sadly I currently can't fully use this ability now, because I definitely haven't reached that advanced stage quite yet. But soon when I evolve and grow to pupa stage, I'll gain that powerful ability, then my armor can indeed withstand her blade. I also can even launch ranged attacks precisely. The serious only downside here is it requires massive intense energy, so I must finish her swiftly within a specific certain time. Then I quickly put number 26 carefully down, and number 26 was puzzled what I was doing now. But I told number 26 to just simply stay put safely. If I distinctly remember correctly, that crucial thing should be right here nearby. Soon enough, I found its figure. I found you indeed in the game here. When I quickly picked it up, only a buff notification would clearly appear. I truly want to fully know what reality is accurately like. Then I directly took it carefully out from the medicine storage now. This crucial answer, I must surely test personally myself to get. Seeing this intense scene, number 26 quickly tried to stop me now, because it sensed clearly this thing was very dangerous. So I simply told it not to even worry. This strange thing won't kill me at all. I didn't hesitate much, directly swallowing it in a single bite. The next instant, I felt a strange force rush straight to my very skull. My entire body suddenly felt like it was truly on fire, while feeling immense power begin to increase more. My poor body was enduring so much tearing pain badly, and I must grit my teeth hard and persist strongly as time passed slowly bit by bit. When I opened my eyes fully again, I had truly completed the notable second stage evolution. At this moment here, I felt in surprisingly very good condition. Then I immediately opened the attribute panel quickly. Although this evolution right now is only temporary, the stat bonuses clearly should be enough to contend well with that one. Woman's reinforced exoskeleton surely has upgraded to monster exoskeleton strong, and the very sharp horns on my head right now can be used to ram or maybe stab enemy. My left hand too now has a new bone spike launch. Its destructive strength really is equivalent to a plasma pistol that I can even freely customize its characteristics now. Looking directly at this, I'm very satisfied truly, because now I can launch surprise attacks on enemies unexpectedly. Besides that important point, there's also a layer of spirit armor. It fully protects me from any mental forces. With this, I no longer fear Gauler's steel easily cutting through my skin now. But I can't be too happy too early now, because in the game war, this clearly has a specific time limit. I think in reality this should also be limited to around 5 minutes. Then I'll sense the girl's position and quickly found her location. What I absolutely need to do now is consume a large wave of her energy. Then I connected directly to the derivatives on the ground all around. 5 short minutes isn't very long at all, so I need to end this fast battle quickly indeed. Meanwhile, precisely on the other side now, the girl was currently searching for the monster's figure. Just then and there, she sensed the ominous things above her head were squirming. The very next instant now, the pod-like dark objects above suddenly sprayed out large amounts of liquid. This very sudden situation ultimately left her no time to effectively dodge, and that strange liquid fell directly on her fair face like rain. This truly made her very angry, being toyed with by an alien creature. Repeatedly, she directly blasted a huge hole in the space mothership. Even I could clearly feel the violent shaking here indeed. Meanwhile, I also sensed she was rapidly heading toward me now. Then I firmly told number 26 to hold on tight, because I still needed to consume a final wave of her immense patience. Then I quickly headed toward the mothership's nuclear reactor core. There, she couldn't fight with her full, raw power, because even the very slightest contact now, or fluctuation would cause a massive explosion indeed. No matter now how many genes it holds, with its current set of abilities, it's truly impossible to survive such a nuclear explosion. Just as I had one more short passage to reach the core area now, the alien girl had already appeared directly before me. I distinctly saw her show a kind and gentle smile. "You naughty fellow, I have finally found you here." Then suddenly, 2 sharp blades emerged from her slender arm. Sensing true danger, I quickly threw number 26 far to the side. The girl immediately swung out several sword energies at once. Unable to fully dodge in time, I could only choose to endure them head-on now. After this evolution, I indeed became much harder now, but it seems I just clearly saw her attack movements indeed. Normally, I wouldn't have been able to see them truly. Could this be because of my enhanced hypersenses perhaps? Seeing this scene unfold, the girl was slightly stunned indeed. She truly didn't expect I would grow so quickly like this. Taking full advantage of this gap now, I launched myself directly at her then. However, her reaction speed was much faster than I imagined now. She directly swung down at my chest with force, but right at this moment, I could only keep showing flaws to make her lower her guard somewhat. At this very moment, the girl sensed my speed had increased considerably now, but to her, it was still far from enough for now. This entire match was like children playing house truly. Just then, I sensed my golden opportunity had finally come. During her slight recovery time now, I smoothly activated my tail to tightly wrap around her then I directly launched bone spikes I had just freshly acquired. Just as her fierce attack was unexpectedly about to fully hit, her speed suddenly surged drastically upward. With just a single, swift strike, she broke apart all attack. Very good indeed, you've really brought many surprises to me. In the very next instant, a powerful aura erupted strongly from within her body. I distinctly sensed this dangerous aura all around, so I quickly retreated back, but still it was simply too late. In just the blink of an eye, my tail was cleanly severed right off. Damn, this woman is really too hard to deal with right now. Then she deliberately stepped hard on my severed tailpiece, clearly because she knew my basic strategy of quickly closing distance. You're indeed quite an interesting toy to play with now. I certainly think you should have fully heard of red mist, right? Only then did I truly understand just what the red smoke on her body was. Red mist is simply a predator living primarily on jungle-type planet. Its thick fur emits strongly threatening pheromones always. If she also has formidable red mist illusion skills as well, then I must swiftly defeat her before this drug effect wears off me. Panic certainly won't have any effect at all. I need to stay calm now and wait for my opportunity. Then I will attack her once again. But the spiral which found all this amusing, because to her, it was just the sad end of one's very rope. I then decided to use the same move I used against Lion Dog on her now. Trade the grave injury for a swift kill after entering range. I directly sprayed a stream of strong acid venom right at her. Even though I took one of her quick strikes, I achieved the very effect I needed, because to the wit, being toyed with by something she sees as a mere pet was an utter and crushing humiliation. So I took the swift chance to fire several bone spikes at her then. But the spiral which seemed suddenly very flustered now. After her red form faded fast, she still blocked the attacks though. Seeing that vivid scene, I immediately understood now. Although her dark power is incredibly strong now, she truly has one fatal weakness that it really seems she can't use two abilities simultaneously.